I'll just cut the back since we started recording.
Okay.
Nah, unedited. Just kidding.
Raw.
I am
Uncut.
stuck.
My goodness.
All right.
No joke. Okay.
All right.
Man.
Welcome back to Geeks Reviews. After some technical difficulties, we finally got it to work. So, I'm your host Ray, and with me,
It's Taylor again.
and today, what are our discussions?
Well, first off, I think we should talk about maybe. Okay.
More
We
technical
should talk
difficulties. Actually, this one's more physical. All right, I think I got it. Yeah, it works. All right, topics.
All right. We should talk about, I guess, Spider-Man. What's going on?
Well, everyone by now knows what happens. Pretty much Disney wants to get 50-50 instead of the original deal of 10% of the cut. They wanted 50-50 after they saw the success of Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
Sony can back out. Spidey has 4 or 5. Homecoming, Infinity War, Civil War, Endgame, and Far From Home. 5 movies
Okay.
in the MCU in total. So, I mean, what can you do with that? So,
And isn't he like the centerpiece now?
Yeah,
Since Tony Stark is gone.
yeah, he's a big boy.
He's
a
a
big-
boy.
His Iron Man Jr. at this point.
I thought they were going with Captain Marvel to do this.
Yeah. No, she's the next upcoming Captain part of the Marvel comics.
Oh, not it's called.
Not
Captain
yet.
Not
Not yet
Falcon?
with Falcon.
just got it.
That's probably gonna be established
Mm.
in the TV show.
And Natalie Portman, like back as I guess
as,
Jane
as
Foster.
gonna be Thor.
Yeah.
I can see that because in the comics, Jane Foster became Thor, while Thor himself became Odinson. Thor is became a title later on, which is pretty nice. I mean, the title was called his solo title was called Unworthy Thor, Unworthy Odinson, which is pretty nice. But back on the Spider-Man shebang, Disney want to make a new deal while their current agreement is still going on. Sony said no, but willing to increase the percentage of the shares. But that's from what I've read. But from other sources said Sony didn't really came back with a counter offer, so it's back to the same old deal. In my opinion, Disney should have let the original agreement expire, or at least do it at the final the final movie that the Spider is gonna appear in, because now he has 2 movies, and
It's just like a major hole now. I guess.
yeah, it's just gonna be
It's unfinished.
unfinished hole like the Hulk.
Oh my god.
They could do what they did with the Hulk and just put him in the back burner and not do it with him personally, but still be part of the MCU. But Sony's not gonna play ball with that.
And do you think?
But for now, I'm remaining optimistic, and hope that, I mean, Spider-Man doesn't have they don't have anything planned for Spider-Man within the next few years.
You don't think Sony's trying to do their own Spider-Man universe?
No, because they need. Well, they could. At this point, they could. They just don't have to mention anything before Far From Home. Anything after Far From Home, they can't, because it's back on their property at that point.
So you would think if they finish up that series of movies with Marvel,
they could reboot
it.
it once again.
I mean, then you saw the success that Into the Spider-Verse had.
Yeah.
And do you think they're going to go towards that direction now?
No, they might use Miles. Yeah, Miles is a.
That's true. I like that.
It's a big character now, especially in comics. But yeah, like I said, I'm being optimistic because there aren't any big plans for Captain Marvel. So far, the biggest one is Doctor Strange and Black Panther when it comes to movies. Other than that, and Spider-Man is not anywhere near anytime soon. So who knows?
And they're introducing a lot more new characters.
Yeah,
smaller
Shang-Chi.
characters. Yeah.
The first Asian superhero on the big screen.
Yeah.
Master of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty badass.
Who else? Like, I guess Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Still don't know
I
who
guess.
that is.
Oh, Blade.
Blade. Okay.
Blade.
Oh, that's cool. Blade.
I don't know how to pronounce his first name. I'm so sorry, good Mr. Ali.
I know he was in.
He was Cottonmouth
Cage.
in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
He was my favorite there. In season 1, he was great. He made me love season 1. Season 2 was okay. But yeah, speaking of movies and superheroes and the comic book industry, what about that Joker trailer? I don't watch trailers other than the first trailer because usually they spoil the movies. Because look at Spider-Man: Homecoming, spoiled the whole movie within the second trailer. But yeah, it's my own policy. I don't watch trailers anytime after the first one. I might rewatch the trailer many times, but nothing after that.
I'll give you this. They really did a great job with the trailers. It's only the teaser and then the final trailer, and that's it.
That's good.
And so
wait, it's only final? I thought there was a trailer, a different trailer.
No, there was like a teaser trailer that's like trailer 1, and this final trailer is like trailer 2, and that's it.
Okay. So, what do you think? Because right now, from what I've seen, people are actually liking the Joker movie.
I am very excited. I am glad that DC is going back to very dark roots.
They've been on the dark roots.
But like,
with Man of Steel?
Man of Steel? Shazam? Which one's more recent though?
Well, Shazam, they had to take it back because that's because they're not dark characters.
That's why I'm saying they're going back to darker
But the
roots.
Joker doesn't really have a root. He's dark, but he doesn't have a root.
No, I'm saying like the tone of it.
Okay.
Like the tone of the movies that they're making, they're going back to a very, I guess, serious approach. And I like it. I love it. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I love her.
I'm not excited for the Joker at all. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not excited.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'll just.
Why? Okay, why are you not excited?
Because it's the Joker.
Yeah.
You don't need any introduction. That's what made Heath Ledger's Joker so good in The Dark Knight. No backgrounds. Well, actually, multiple backgrounds.
Yeah.
No one knew which one's right. How did he get those scars? He told 2 or 3 stories about it. Once about his father cutting him open. Second one was himself cutting himself open for his wife. The third one I don't remember, and I just watched that recently. Another good one was the Arkham Origins game. He just showed up to mess with the Batman as a different villain. In the animated series, they gave him a background. He was a thug.
He was the Red Hood, wasn't he? In one of them?
One of the stories.
Yeah. So just think of it this way as just one of the stories.
Nah. I mean,
oh my goodness.
There's a but a solo base solely about the Joker. It's not that interesting. It's as interesting as it is to see him become the Joker. I guess you can see how the world around him changed him to become the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, not that exciting.
I don't know about you. But
I mean, I'll watch it still. I'll probably give a good review, but...
I am balls to the walls excited.
I'm not. So...
I mean... I heard some interesting stuff. Joaquin Phoenix, prepared for this.
He looks like anorexic.
Yeah,
From the first trailer. The only trailer I've watched.
He really lost a lot of weight. It was kind of scary.
Kind of worrisome.
Yeah.
I was worried when I saw that trailer.
I wouldn't say it's like Christian Bale, the Machinist level.
Yeah.
But that's a big
that's
change.
worse. The Machinist was worse, but this one was very, very brink to the. Hey, you guys should check down that guy. That guy doesn't look right. He's probably sick or something.
Dude.
Putting some worms inside that guy. But yeah. Well, hopefully, hey, the reviews are good. My opinion is my opinion. If I see it and I liked it, maybe, who knows? I don't know. I've never really seen any Joaquin Phoenix other than The Gladiator. Haven't seen Her. What other movies do you know him other than Gladiator and Her?
The Master.
I've never heard of that movie.
Let's see. Signs.
Is that a horror movie? I don't remember.
It was M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Hey, M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that
it was the Aliens movie?
Sixth Sense. I was thinking of Sixth Sense.
Yeah, but it was the Aliens movie he did with what's his name?
He made an alien movie?
No, Signs was about the aliens.
Okay.
Yeah. It was with what's his name?
Yeah, I've never seen.
Who made Hacksaw Ridge again?
Andrew Garfield?
No, the one who directed it.
Oh, good question.
Lethal Weapon. Braveheart. Mel Gibson. There you go. Mel Gibson is in Signs with him.
He directed Hacksaw Ridge?
Yeah, he directed Hacksaw Ridge.
I need to go. Then again, I need to rewatch that movie. I remember loving that movie. That movie was great.
Intense.
Oh yeah. I would say Saving Private Ryan, Hacksaw Ridge, Dunkirk, and the only 3 other World War II movies that I've seen that I can remember.
Yeah.
I've seen probably more, but I don't remember. Bottom, Pearl Harbor.
Oh.
Probably Midway as well. I haven't seen Midway.
I do not know why they're making that, man.
It's Pearl Harbor 2. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Pearl Harbor 2.
It just looks so cheesy.
Electric Boogaloo. Or Bombing Boogaloo. It's that. Well, speaking of bombing. Olympus has fallen. Followed by London has fallen. So, you've told me earlier that you've seen Angel has fallen. Give me your thoughts about that.
Okay, so I had like low expectations with the movie.
Technically, yeah.
Very low expectations. I was like,
Yeah,
this is just gonna be another.
I mean,
but you know what? Not that bad.
It is
entertaining.
I like Olympus has fallen.
Yeah.
I like the idea that North Koreans posed as South Koreans to infiltrate the White House. That was a pretty cool idea. I've never seen the second one though.
I forgot the plot to the second one, but all I know is I prefer the action in the second one.
It's just somewhere in Britain.
Yeah, it's just.
That's all I know.
It's just Two-Face as the president, and like Morgan Freeman's in there, and then King Leonidas is in there too. Jared Butler.
Yeah, Jared Butler. He was in another movie. I just can't remember.
He was in How to Train Your Dragons.
He's probably one of the dads.
He was the dad, the voice actor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was close.
And he's probably in some. He was in The Gamer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that movie. That movie was weird.
Oh yeah.
Kind of disturbing.
Dude, we saw that movie in Mr. Redacted Gray's class in high school.
I don't know what. You're not in my class. I don't remember seeing that movie in school at all.
In school. Oh,
I remember history through film, but not. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's edit that out.
Too late. It's gonna stay.
No.
All right. The movie. What else do you want to talk about?
I mean, what have you watched recently?
Well, other than just Christopher Nolan movies, nothing.
Have you like I know originally when we did the first episode, you talked about your favorite director is Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
And you made a ranking.
Yes, this
did it change?
A little bit. Memento is still at the bottom because even though the story was pretty good,
yeah,
it's just that if you miss a tiny detail, you'll get lost. It's so easily to get lost. I'll probably put Following in a little bit higher because his first movie, it was also pretty confusing, but
The Following was the short film.
Yeah, the whole.
Okay.
It was an hour, literally an hour. I would put Dunkirk next. Just by the way, from worst to best. Followed by Dunkirk is The Dark Knight Rises.
Fair enough.
Wait, hold on. So there's, I'm missing a movie. There should be 9 or 8.
Oh God.
I'll follow it up with
Insomnia. Did you already say
Insomnia? There we go. You're right. I forgot about Insomnia.
Okay.
I would put that.
Ironic, huh?
I mean, I guess. Memento would be more.
Oh ironic. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. That's a better joke.
Memento would have been more ironic. Insomnia was something, to be honest. It's pretty linear. I like the crime, the mystery behind it, the thrill, and
It had a lot to do with like sleep deprivation.
no, actually, it's
Yeah.
no. It was just because he was living in Alaska for a while, and Alaska is known to be
yeah.
didn't have nighttime there,
Right.
and it was that time of the year where nighttime is also daytime and daytime is also daytime.
I'll
So
go
it was
crazy.
that's pretty much what happened to him. He didn't get any sleep because of the whole daytime cycle,
Hmm.
and two, you know,
Robin Williams as a
no, it's not because of that. Because of what he did right before he met Robin Williams as a whole in character.
he killed somebody, huh?
Yes, he killed his partner.
Ooh.
Boom!
Oh,
Spoilers alert.
Shit.
That should have been. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll just put spoilers alert anytime.
This is
This is Geeks Reviews. We're
Yeah.
here to
we spoil everything.
yeah. We're a bunch of
Yeah.
spoilers. But yeah, Insomnia was pretty good. I'll put it. Actually, I put it below. Following. Following was I feel like a better movie, even though it's a 90. Following is 2 to 5 years difference, maybe 3 years difference from Insomnia. Insomnia was 2000. Following was like mid 90s.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, it's just a different style of direction. Then Insomnia was that. Then Dunkirk.
Hmm.
Then actually I would put the Dark Knight Rises. Then Dunkirk.
Mm.
Batman right. The Dark Knight Rises was intense, for Batman, but it had a great climax.
Hmm.
But once they reached that climax and going to the ending, it was kind of like they're just like rushing as soon as possible. Like they need to end it as soon as possible because they could have established more what has been going. But after the Dark Knight Rises is Dunkirk. Dunkirk has that entire boat scene and when they were getting shot at the boat, the young soldiers, and then the planes, the dog fights. I love the dog fights. One of the best.
Tom Hardy, best acting behind a mask.
I know, right?
Always. I don't understand.
Bane was pretty accurate. Other than the design, his Bane was accurate.
Mm.
Smart, cunning, and very, very intelligent. After Dunkirk, I would put Batman Begins. But this is where it's funny because I would switch Batman Begins and The Dark Knight multiple times because sometimes for me I find Batman Begins better than The Dark Knight. But at the same time, whenever I watch The Dark Knight, it reminds me of why The Dark Knight is such a good movie. The reason is Batman Begins feels more like a more enclosed Batman story. Like if you pick up a comic book and you just read the origin, it felt like an actual origin.
Standalone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I mean technically it is standalone. But yeah, you can pick it up without knowing what Batman is and you'll read it. Oh, hey, that's a great Batman story. Same can be said with The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Rises didn't have that, in my opinion. Kind of, you need the previous, pretty much the previous movies in order to fully grasp why why Bruce Wayne quit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, it flip flops between the two. They're both great in my opinion. After those two Batman movies, I would say Inception.
Inception with
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes. Such a good movie. The ticking. Everything is based on time. All of them are racing literally against time, against the dream. From collapsing and such.
That first dreamscape where we really got introduced to the idea of it. That really messed me up. I was like, oh.
For me, what messed me up? I guess yeah.
Yeah. Are we still asleep? I was like, what? And they're on the train or something, or like they were in like some Brazil.
Yeah, the coup.
Yeah.
Then another one was when Ellen Page was pretty much trying to see how much power she has within the dream state, and that
and like the whole like city was folding over. I was like, oh my god.
Or when she found out that she was in a dream and everything started popping.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a great visual.
Nah.
Then,
well, we're already in spoilers, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. When you found out what really happened.
Oh yeah, that one
Leonardo
too.
DiCaprio's wife
really
died.
That's how we knew how he knows about. That's how when we found out how he knew about Inception.
Do you think he's still in a dream or he?
I still think he could be. He could be. Remember, he tried out. He tried it out.
Yeah.
He tried out the chemist's sedative, and who knows? Remember, his ring is his totem. Whenever he's in a dream, he wears the ring. Without the ring, he's in real life. At the end, I've tried as many times, like as hard as I tried to look for it. They hid that hand.
Oh, they knew.
They hid the hand from camera shot, whether it's blocked by something or he's like it's not. It's the shot where the ring is. It's out of frame. So or out of the spotlight.
They never really mentioned his totem, huh?
Only the fact that he used
his wife's.
His wife's. I forgot her name. Totem, which
Molly?
is the Molly.
Yeah. I think it was Molly.
Molly. I want to say Molly because the kid's name is James and Philippa. I want to say Molly too.
Yeah.
But yeah, she uses the spinning top. And number 1, Interstellar. Just watched that last night. A pretty amazing movie.
Always.
That first planet, Miller's planet, is always giving me the scares because the waves. You think those were mountains because Bran says head to the mountains. They might be there. Then you find out those aren't mountains. Those were waves, and they pan the shot out, and you see a big, massive wave about to crash onto them. R.I.P. Doyle. Hope you're swimming for everybody.
Which one was Doyle again?
Doyle was the guy from not Game of Thrones.
Hunger Games.
Oh,
the guy that got. Okay.
The one with the weird beard there.
I feel bad for the other guy that got. He didn't get left behind, but he had to stay in the space station while they went to the waves.
Oh yeah,
they were gone for like 20 years.
I never understood the math there because they said 7. I guess they miscalculated it at some point.
That would suck. Yeah,
he pretty much gave up. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to sleep forever. That's pretty much dead."
Oof.
I was like, "Oof, R.I.P. dude." But yeah, he was. I would say he was the most scared of all them, because remember that one scene where he was just like, thickness of aluminum, anything outside of that kills us within seconds. So what Matthew McConaughey gave him was a recording of a thunderstorm with crickets and frogs and rainfall, which is pretty nice. So you can look outside, you see pitch black, but you hear what you want to hear, which is life. And then another intense part was the docking sequence after Endurance explode, where he has to catch up with the Endurance and match the Endurance's spinning speed so he can properly attach his aircraft to the entire space station while in the stratosphere and slowly burning.
I liked it when you know how in like some other movies when it's an intense scene, they'll add like explosions and sound effects. This was all like soundtrack, visual, and just silent.
Precisely.
I love it. It was like the best tension building.
Yeah, not gonna lie. When they were in space, before when they woke up from their 2-year nap, before they went to the wormhole, they didn't have any noise other than the physical audio when he was knocking on the aluminum, when Cooper gave the doctor his recording stuff. If you listen behind all those, you won't hear anything. It's pure silence. Like you can hear a needle drop from the other side of the space station to where you're at. It's actually pretty dope. And yeah, the music, like I said, the docking sequence was one of my favorite scenes of all time because of the soundtrack. It made sure that it has the sense of intensity and urgency on the same time, because he has to attach everything, make sure everything's connected, or else they explode and
they all die and like
mankind dead.
Dude, that outside from the movie, that was the best trailer. One of the best trailers I've ever seen from the movie.
Not gonna lie, I've never seen. I don't remember watching the trailer. All I remember was the car leaving. That's it.
Ooh.
So imagine me going through. I was like, oh my god. I don't remember. I remember that truck leaving, but I don't remember anything else. But yeah, one of my favorite twists, Matt Damon. I don't know why.
Oh, Matt Damon. Jesus
I don't remember
Christ.
why. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with Matt Damon just randomly appearing in the movie, but he just randomly appeared. I don't remember seeing him in the trailers. They mentioned the name Dr. Man in the beginning of the movie, but they never showed us who Dr. Man is. They never gave credit to Matt Damon towards in the trailers, like Matt McConaughey, boom, you know.
No, they kept him hidden.
Yeah, super hidden, super quiet.
I like that.
Precisely. I was like, when he showed up, when he was raised from the dead as Dr. Man, I was like, holy shit, it's Matt Damon. Yeah. That's all I can think. So every time I watch the movie, that's all I always say. I'm like, holy shit, it's Matt Damon.
Dude.
But yeah.
But then he had a redemption when he did The Martian, I guess.
I know, right?
Yeah, he went back to space again. He was like, I can't do this.
Just to rescue Matt Damon, dude, from Saving Private Ryan to across the universe, and then now across the solar system. This guy needs to chill down with the space trips or rescue operations. Another intense moment was when they were trying to escape the black hole. Remember that scene?
I gotta rewatch that movie. I think I'm missing a lot.
I would let you borrow my copy, but my copy's whack.
Ooh.
There were some it skips some spots.
I'll look it somewhere.
It's okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wink, wink, nudge.
nudge.
But yeah, I tend to watch Interstellar at least once a year.
Jeez.
At least once. At least once. Sometimes I'll just feel like, you know what the time is? It's time for Interstellar.
Time.
Yeah, precisely. It's like how my sister loves Harry Potter so much.
Yeah.
She'll catch it every time on TV, or she'll just randomly watch it in her room or somewhere. But yeah, that is my ranking of the Christopher Nolan movies from worst to best. Best being Interstellar, my favorite movie of all time. Even though the ending was kind of out of nowhere, I still love it. You know, like, love is quantifiable, but
I guess it has a human touch to it.
Yeah, precisely.
A human feeling.
It just like those. The first 2/3 of the movie was pretty much, I won't say science fiction, but it was pretty much like, I wouldn't say realistic fiction in a way. You know, like where
that's science
it's
fiction.
possible.
That's science fiction.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess. But towards the end, it's just like pure fiction. Like, the reason why all of this is happening is because we made it happen.
Well, yeah. Well, you gotta understand. There was like, they're studying a concept that they don't even have a real answer to.
Precisely.
So they're like, well, might as well just
but
put this
you know
in
what's
here.
the best part about Interstellar?
What's it?
It's so accurate. The black hole was so accurate that the first image of the black hole from a few months ago was the exact same image.
Ooh.
Have you seen that image?
It looked like the ring of Osiris,
Yes,
right?
yes, precisely, super accurate. And a lot of people made that connection. It was like, hey, that looks like the black hole from Interstellar, and apparently the black hole in Interstellar was the most accurate depiction of a black hole.
Because
So
they got real scientists to work
precisely,
on it.
and I bet they also have philosophers, because some of that final speech, that monologue by Dr. Mann about human nature, that was pretty good. The last thing you'll see before you die is the face of the people you love. You know, like
That's life flashing before your eyes.
no, I mean, like, not that one. When they found out that Plan A was never going to work, and the plan has always been Plan B, which is population bomb. You know, he was like, mankind is not gonna save anyone else but the people within their sight, like in their bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I found out the world is ending. I'm only gonna save
your
family and friends,
Yeah.
like the people that are really close to me.
But like,
But my neighbors, I don't know them.
Yeah, you're on your own, dude.
Precisely. That's how that's how mankind is supposedly.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand that because you have connections with your family. And
Precisely,
your
but
connections with
you
your
can
friends.
always extend that reach. But you're only extending that reach within your own bubble.
Mhm.
You're not extending it outside, and accepting more people.
Mm.
You're just saying no. I'm doing this because of my family, which is why Cooper accepted the mission. He only accepted the mission because he wants to save his kids.
Yeah.
And another reason why I liked Interstellar a lot because of what's been going on recently. The Amazon fire, slowly burning away. Same with the.
I heard that's foul play. It was foul play.
What do you mean by foul play?
Like somebody started the fire.
Oh yeah, I mean it's obviously. Apparently they burn every year.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is no time for politics.
Okay.
So we're moving on to the next topic, which is.
So, we spoke of Tom Hardy. I think this is one of his
Oh,
overlooked. Well, there's.
I didn't even know Tom Hardy was in that show.
Oh yeah. So okay, so we're gonna talk. I watched Locke.
What do you think about that?
It was very good. I'll tell you why. Okay. So
Wait. He had a show before where he plays a set of twins.
That's not a show. It's a movie.
Well, that was a movie?
That was a movie.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I know
Good thing
what
I'm
you're
with
talking
Locke.
They're gangsters. I
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
I remember seeing the trailer for that. I was
Okay,
like, "Cool,
okay.
that looks cool."
So Locke, Locke. The most interesting about this movie is the whole movie takes place in his car while he's driving, like down the major highway in London.
So like 24 scenario where everything happened within the whole season happened in a day.
Yeah. Well, like the
by
whole
a
thing.
more miniature size.
Yeah,
and-
the whole movie was like a whole.
Oh, it's
like
a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now. 824. That sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
They good movies, man. They always make good movies. Well, like I would say their recent ones are kind of weird, but oh well.
Which?
Anyway, Midsummer.
So I need to watch that.
I don't know. I heard people say it's not that scary. It's just creepy.
Yeah, just more psychedelic. It's what I've heard as well.
Or like just cringe horror. I don't know.
I've never seen it. My sister wants to see it. We tried to, but by the time we got to it, like
It was already gone.
yeah, it was the day before she was available. Was the last day. The day she became available was when it was off the theaters. Oh yeah, continue to Locke.
Okay, so the entire movie takes place while he's driving down the highway, a major highway in London. So it's 90 minutes. So it's like a 90-minute drive.
Oh, it's typical driver in Houston.
So the main character's name is Ivan Locke,
Mm-hmm.
played by Tom Hardy. So what he does, he's like a construction manager or a construction foreman. And like his character, he's very calculated. Like he's very cool and calculated. He's very practical. So what comes up is he has family trouble, I guess, with he has a hard time connecting to his kids, which surprisingly, one of his kids
Matt Damon.
No, even better, Tom Holland.
Oh.
Yeah, young Tom Holland.
Venom and Spidey.
I know.
That is so weird because it's the other way around usually.
And then like so he has a hard time connecting to his family because of work and all that.
Tom Holland is his kid.
Yeah, Tom Holland. But it was young Tom Holland. But you don't even get to see. See, that's the thing. You don't even get to see what the other characters look like. All the like interactions is through like a Bluetooth over the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like her.
Not even that. Not even that. It's just Tom Hardy in a car driving.
Yeah, talking to someone
over the phone.
Yeah, like.
But like all the characters he interact with, it's only through the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not all the way her, but the interaction between Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, imagine you just took that concept.
Just those two characters.
Yeah, just
okay.
two.
Okay.
Yeah, but like spread them out through multiple characters.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, another who's the guy that played Moriarty in the
Andrew Scott.
In the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also in there too.
He was?
Yeah. And so it's very interesting.
I didn't even notice that it was falling slowly.
It's a lot of drama. Like, a lot of things are going wrong, and it really shows how he manages a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the situations is, like, he's the leader of this, like, big project, but he's put that responsibility on one of his underlings.
Mm-hmm.
But then his boss finds out about it, then he gets fired right then and there. Yeah. But here's the other thing. While he's having family trouble, he had an affair, and the reason why he's driving down the highway is to go see the lady, because she's having his baby right at that moment.
Damn,
Also,
Tom Hardy. I mean, I get it.
As you peel back what he's been through, turns out major daddy issues. Dad wasn't there, left like when he was very young, came back all like just a crackhead and all that, and like you see him like, it's weird because you see him talk through talk to a rearview mirror as if someone's right there. He's like, what the fuck are you looking at? I'm better than you. You understand that? I'm always going to be better than you. I'm not going to treat this kid like how you treat me. So it's really like a very I would say this is his best performance. This is his best performance. Very underrated performance because of how good it is.
I mean, it's A24. No one really heard of the studio much.
But
barely.
I recommend it. The story's great. Dialogue's great. Characters, even though it was through the phone, like the other characters, they still performed well. And it's a short movie. It's an hour 30 minutes. You'll go through it easy. The
full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
What else did you recently watch? I say you have Invader Zim.
Yeah, Invader Zim.
I've never seen any of the TV show.
I cannot believe it was out of nowhere for Netflix.
Yeah, because it's a Nickelodeon IP, right?
Yeah, and like this is like such an old show.
Yeah, like probably 2007.
Yeah, I think I was like
10 plus years, maybe more or maybe less actually.
I think I was in elementary school.
So maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, but so it's called Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I was like, this is gonna be stupid, but might as well watch it, right? Not bad comedy. Very like some lines were very funny. There was this one time where I forgot his name, Sid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was chasing Zim, and they were like going over a ball or whatever. But it turns out you get closer, it's a planet. And you see like this family of aliens, like we're having like a birthday cake and birthday party. But then those two got on the ball and they started running like comedically. And then you go back to the aliens on the ball, and they're just like holding on to dear life because it's like spinning around crazy, and one alien's like eating all the cake at the same time. He's like, oh my god, like all that stuff. And
I really need to watch Invader Zim.
Yeah, it's pretty good dark humor. It's funny because they acknowledge the fact like, yeah, this was a long time ago, and
really?
Yeah,
fourth wall.
And Sid was like, so what were you doing this whole time? Like, I was just laughing on my toilet this whole time. It's been like 15 years. You've been laughing on your toilet this whole time?
Yeah. I have. I have as well.
There was a very cool action scene as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. It's a fun movie. And if you have time, go watch it. It's on Netflix.
Do I need to know the actual?
Not really. You don't need to know.
Really, it's just like a separate adventure.
Yeah. Because
usually, some movies, when it comes to like TV shows to movies, they usually reference what happens. I want to say the anime movies, like My Hero Academia, the two heroes. They didn't really tie in with the TV show much, other than, the characters all know each other from and how they got to that item because of certain way, like.
Okay. Now I think about it, I would say there's a little bit things like the characters you kind of have to get to know.
Yeah.
But it's more. This movie was just like a extension of the series that got canceled, and they just wrapped it up how they wanted to. But still funny. You should go watch it. Interesting humor. Interesting. What do you have?
Well, speaking of out of nowhere stories, this series actually has been going on. House of X and Powers of 10.
It's comic books?
Comic books, yes. X-Men stories, actually. And let me just say, it is probably the best X-Men story in recent history. And it's not even done yet. They still have, I think this upcoming week is the 4th issue, maybe of House, or maybe by Powers, I don't remember. But the general overview of the whole series is that the mutant kind is now stepping forward instead of holding back. They have their own nation.
Oh, so they're going like a not Professor X, like Magneto.
Oh, no. This is the best part. Everything's under Professor X.
Oh, shit.
But every mutant are allied with one another.
Oh, so it's even very united.
Yeah, even Magneto, Mystique, Toad. I don't know about Juggernaut. I have no idea what happened to him. But yeah, all even Apocalypse. Even Apocalypse is fighting for the mutant kind. They have like in Powers of 10, they jump by 10 years. So X times 1 is 10 years. X by 0 is the first year, the first decade. The X1 is the second decade. X2 is 100 years from now, and so forth. And in 100 years, we see Wolverine fighting alongside Apocalypse for the survival, pretty much to help mutant kind survive once again. So it's a typical X-Men story where they have to. It's about survival, about prejudice against mutant kind.
So the humans are still prejudiced towards
yes,
the mutants.
But they merge with machines. They use the machines' help to beat mutants. Yes.
So, did they use like those giant robots that
Sentinels? Yes, they actually the recent issue of Powers. Oh no, not Powers. House actually featured a mother mold, which is like a master mold but produces more master mold. Master molds produces Sentinels. Mother molds produces more master molds. So it's like multiples, and if it's threatened, it moves. And then Nimrod, which is a very very old
Nimrod.
I know, right?
Nimrod, really?
Actually, he's I don't know why, but if I remember correctly, he became a good guy when he jumped into Earth 616. Yeah. Like not a good guy per se, more like an anti-hero, I believe. But yeah, he just like, I don't like it here. I'm gonna be an anti-hero. I don't like being a villain or something like that. But in Powers, it was revealed that he was there. He was the big bad, and Apocalypse fought him. Apocalypse loses.
So what's his power then, Nimrod?
Nimrod is a Sentinel.
Oh, okay.
If you remember Days of Future Past, the movie. The Sentinels there in the future is pretty much a small version, like a Sentinel version of Nimrod. Nimrod has multiple powers. One of them is super strength. Another one will be multiplication. Like he can multiply himself. But yeah, he defeated Apocalypse. But they managed to, and they have a big reveal of it too. Like, they changed one of the most iconic X-Men characters. That wasn't even known to be mutant until recently, until this book. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for you because it's really interesting. I really want you to read it.
I don't know. We already said there's no such thing as spoilers here, bro. No spoiler is safe. No spoiler is safe. I already accepted my fate.
This one.
I already accepted my fate.
This one needs to be read. You need to read this one. Well, then again, you did say you need to read more, right? But anyway, that's pretty much the overall gist of House of X and Powers of 10. Actually, there's more. There's a few, like 1,000 years, but we're not really, like, they haven't really the story hasn't been focusing there much. So I just told the pretty much what's been going on. Another comic book I want to talk about is Doomsday Clock.
Doomsday Clock. That's the crossover with Watchmen and Justice League, right?
Precisely.
Okay.
The DC universe, not just the Justice League.
Oh.
DC universe.
Okay.
Pretty much the story is about how Dr. Manhattan changed everything up within the whole DC landscape before the New 52. Well, that turned DC universe into New 52.
What's that guy's issue, man? Why does he
He
always
just
want to
wants-
just change it, man?
He's just a god, you know. The 11th issue is coming up. 12th issue is coming out October, I believe. I think October is the last month.
Mm-hmm.
But there are only 12 issues. Doomsday Clock has been running for at least 2 years.
Mm.
It was the whole event only occurred within a year. It was supposed to be just a year, but it expanded to 2-3 years. Everyone's just excited for it to be over, because a lot of the whole event nowadays are supposed to be riding on Doomsday Clock. Even though it's not a tie-in, it's more like, here's what happened within that year, outside of the Doomsday Clock and such. But yeah, the reason why Manhattan did it is because he wants to see if there will always be a Superman.
Oh.
In every incarnation he made, there is a Superman.
Oh,
The reason why a lot of the Earth 2 characters never showed up in New 52,
Mhm.
the main story of New 52, is because he moved the Lantern from getting to Alan Scott.
Mm-hmm.
So Alan Scott died in a train wreck
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't get the Lantern that he was supposed to get.
And is Alan Scott the first
The
Green
very
Lantern?
first
The very first
known
Green Lantern.
Lantern that's
Mhm.
not part of, but he's not part of the
Okay.
actual Green Lantern Corps. But yes, he died because he didn't get to the Green Lantern.
Mm.
But Superman's still there. You know, he's, no matter what he does, Superman still comes into existence.
Mm.
So now the last 2 issues is gonna be what would happen if Superman fights Dr. Manhattan.
Mm.
Right?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And then another story, 2 more stories I watched was read was Absolute Carnage, which I missed issue 2 this past week. Now I can't find it under $5. Everything's $8.
Oh.
Pretty much Absolute Carnage is Carnage coming back and killing every Marvel character that had used a symbiote.
Oh, so that's like the other guy.
The red guy.
Okay, the other
the evil
Venom guy,
yeah.
or like
Yeah.
played by
So
Woody Harrelson, apparently.
I don't know why.
Okay.
But yeah, he's going around killing every Marvel character that had ever used a symbiote, not even just the Carnage symbiote or Venom symbiote,
Mhm.
a symbiote. So that means Toxin, Scream, Hybrid, so on and so forth.
Mm.
And for those new readers, I totally suggest this to new readers because I've been reading this. It's actually pretty cool.
What's his motive? Like, why does he want to?
To bring back the symbiote god Null, Knull.
Jeez.
There's a lot of background for this. But yeah, if you want to know more about that, I suggest read Danny Cates. I think David Cates.
Mhm.
It's something Cates. I forgot the writer's name, but yeah, he wrote it. He expanded more. Well, technically, Brian Michael Bendis expanded on the Venom lore, but he stretched it further.
Ooh.
Yeah. So another story, another comic book issues that I would suggest will be History of Marvel Universe. Pretty good summary of. So far, it has been 2 issues. I think there's only gonna be 5 or 4, but the whole gist is that it's Galactus retelling the entire Marvel history. So all the way from the beginning of the Big Bang, all the way to the rise of superheroes. For now, it ended when I believe after Steve Rogers crashed. I believe, yeah. That was the so far that was the explanation, like the entire thing. No, that's right. It was after. No, he was found. He was about to be found
from the
ice.
Ice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then from then, so far that's only the first 2 issues. But yeah, what about you? What have you? I mean, I've been talking a lot here about comic books. What about you?
Bro. Okay, so I feel like I've been watching a lot of trailers recently.
Oh.
So the one that got my attention was obviously the Star Wars
Mandalorian.
Not even the Mandalorian, but Episode 9, the Mandalorian, and then like seeing that Ewan McGregor is going to be Kenobi.
Hello
again.
there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Hey, that's a iconic line.
That's a kind of line.
But yeah,
anyway.
I'm actually excited about the Mandalorian.
Yeah, that looks good.
It looks great.
I liked it.
Because I've always thought Boba Fett was not a badass. Not even Jango Fett was cooler.
Yeah, but like I like how I think Jon Favreau is in charge of this.
Yes,
So,
that's what I've read as well.
He said he's got a lot of inspiration from like the old time spaghetti westerns, like
that would
Clint
be cool.
Eastwood.
That's
That's
good.
cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love
because I like that. Bringing in a new era of westernized sci-fi.
I really hope. I know this takes place in the Star Wars universe. So I really hope it gets away from the main story. You know what I mean?
I do hope so, but I do hope to see some Jedi or Sith. You know, like
but nobody from like the Luke Skywalker or whatever.
Precisely.
No,
like other Jedi's, highlight other Jedi,
man.
other lightsaber users,
make some new different characters,
Force users and such. Yeah, like Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One.
Yeah,
they brought back the Death Troopers from Rogue One. Well, it looks like it.
Death Troopers.
It was the all black ones.
Oh,
yeah,
so cool.
those are badass.
Yeah, I like the guy who the one Donnie Yen's character.
Yeah,
the blind
guy.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like I'm one with the Force and the Force was with me. That was pretty cool. I hope they bring he's brand new. That's why I love it. Everyone in that one is brand new. That's why I'm really excited about Mandalorian expanding even more.
I'm more excited about Mandalorian than Episode 9, to be honest.
Episode 9. There's nothing really much to talk about other than Rey with the Sith saber, dressed as a Sith. So a lot of people are saying that Rey is Palpatine's daughter, and the rise of Skywalker is Ben.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on 1 second. I am so fucking sick of this. Like, she's the daughter of this person, or he's the son of this person. I'm so sick of it, bro. Why can't we just have individual characters alone? Like, just have different characters that doesn't have to be related in some way with the old characters. Because I feel like
because it brings back prequel characters.
But like, okay, fine. You did it with Ben, with Kylo Ren.
Mm-hmm.
That's understandable. But it doesn't have to be the same thing with Rey or anything, right? And I feel like people keep saying like, oh, Rey's like the daughter or related to Obi-Wan Kenobi or.
Well, that was before. That was what, Force Awakens.
Yeah, but then they're still pushing that stuff, man.
Well, this one makes more sense. Why would they use Palpatine again?
Huh? Because they killed off Snoke, and they needed like a major bad guy now. And I don't understand why didn't you push Kylo Ren to be that major bad guy?
Because the rise of Skywalker, who's the last Skywalker in the story.
Okay.
Ben Skywalker.
Okay.
A.K.A. Kylo Ren.
Okay, but like he still could have been a major bad guy though, and he'll get like a major
I mean, you see it in
the
The Last Jedi that he was like he kind of didn't like he's slowly turning to the good side, and then you see also
there's a conflict in you.
Precisely.
I feel it.
And then on Rey, you see her jumping into the dark side easily without question. You know.
I really hope they in episode 9 they really wrap it up saying like, okay, there's really no point being on the dark side or the light side. The Force is just a force, you know.
We shall see.
I hope so. This needs to stop. Please,
I mean, I like the
please,
idea.
Disney,
Of, I like the idea of the Great Jedi, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then again, moral compass. You know.
Do you think?
That's why Jedi and Sith exist.
Do you think
moral compasses?
After this trilogy is over, they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna call it on the movies. But then, 10 years later, they're gonna bring it back.
They might focus on TV shows because, as of now, Clone Wars, Clone Wars, Rebels are great. Like from what I've heard.
Never seen it, but I always hear good reviews.
Yeah, like a lot of people are saying that it expands greatly on the lore, Star Wars lore, without the whole Skywalker's shenanigans.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and obviously,
it's better as well if it's like series. It expands more.
And I think in general,
compared to a full
length film.
Full length films.
And I think in general, people are starting to lean towards, well, not starting to, but they are leaning more towards like TV series than movies.
I like movies more because of the cinematic feel, but if they once they have the proper budget to make it look cinematic, as similar to like how
in TV,
The Boys, and The Boys, Good Omens,
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh God!
I mean, you can't deny how beautifully
it
shot
was beautiful.
Some
it is beautiful.
But yeah, that high quality
in
TV shows, I would say it would be great.
I wonder what they're going to do with Kenobi. I'm very interested because you know how.
There's that 20-year span where he turned 35 to 70.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And I am very interested in what worlds are they going to explore with the Mandalorian, you know.
More desert. For the full Western feel.
That shootout alone in the trailer was badass.
The door closing on that guy's head, that was pretty brutal in my opinion.
I feel like I missed that, man. I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah, go for it.
But like that, the robot, I forgot his name, the robot bounty hunter, he was just shooting everywhere.
Oh, I completely forgot about the robot. Oh yeah. Speaking of Star Wars, what do you think of C-3PO with the red eyes?
Hey man, anything can happen.
He is a Sith Lord.
He's a Sith Lord.
He is the big bad.
I knew it. If they bring back Jar Jar as the true Sith Lord, I'm going to fucking flip.
Well, that's a big way to connect to the prequels.
Oh God.
Jar Jar Binks. Darth Binks.
Binks. I don't know. Oh God, just
Jar Jar Abrams.
I knew it. I knew it.
Misa.
I don't know.
But
I hope they just wrap it up. I'm done.
With the Skywalker shenanigans.
I'm done.
It's like Keeping Up with Kardashians, but more, it spans over 40 years. Or close to 40 years. Yeah. Well, we're almost out of time, so what are your suggestions? I've already said some of my suggestions. Or what do you plan on doing? Or watching,
I plan on binge watching all Studio Gilby films.
I've only seen the saddest and the happiest ones.
I do not know why you chose Grave of the Fireflies.
Hey, think of it.
Grave of the Fireflies.
At least I don't have to go back to it. That was the saddest movie I've ever watched. And the next movie I watched was the happiest one.
My name
At least I'm in the midway again, so I'm back at the center.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm sure some of them are sad, but at least the saddest Grave of the Fireflies is done.
That's really all I'm gonna do, and but this is very, very exciting. Episode 2. Damn.
Episode 2.
What about you?
Well, for me,
you already recommended the comic books, right?
Yeah, other than the comic books, I plan on watching the Wes Anderson films this time.
Oh, okay.
I already have them on my backlog. Oh, excuse me. I've never seen any of them except for Grand Budapest Hotel.
That movie's great.
That movie was weird.
Weird, yeah.
Weird but colorful.
His style is very.
Yeah. I've
unique.
heard Isle of Dogs, and what was the one before Grand Budapest? Mr. Fantastic Fox.
Yeah.
Are one of his good ones as well. I'm excited. I've never seen any of him.
Oh, have you seen that trailer for Taika White? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Taika Waititi?
Yeah, his next film.
Actually,
Run Jojo Rabbit.
I've heard of that, but I've never seen the trailer.
It is funny. It's Adolf Hitler's in it, so.
Oh yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
Who did he play? Adolf?
Yeah, he plays Adolf Hitler.
I remember seeing a picture of him. I was like, "Hey, that's the Thor director. That's Green Lantern's buddy." In
Something's not right, bro.
Hey, I've seen Inglourious Bastards before. But yeah, Wes Anderson. I might take a break from movies as well. Instead of going straight ahead with Wes Anderson, I might just watch some of my TV shows that I miss, such as Young Justice, season 1, 2, and 3. Actually, I think the 3rd season just ended, so I'm gonna be watching those. Maybe watch Legends of Tomorrow. Catch up on my CW shows as well. Black Lightning, yeah.
Are there any TV shows I need to watch? I don't know, man. Maybe I should just get away from. Maybe after this Studio Gilby one, I'll just go straight to books.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back to Narnia.
I need to do something.
I haven't jumped back in ever since I finished the 3rd book, The Horse and His Boy. I hadn't picked up the book. Every time I picked up the book, I put down somewhere else.
Ooh.
Then again, I have plenty of other books there that I need to read.
I was thinking I might start Percy Jackson.
Hey, if you need it, I have all of it.
I was thinking asking to borrow it right now.
I have all of it. I love that series.
Oh my god.
I love that series. I have all of it. 1 through 6.
Oof.
Actually, that's a lie. 1 through 5, plus the other outside series.
Maybe I'll start
Even
on the
the
main
romance.
one, and then after that.
See where you want to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Well, I guess that wraps everything up.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for
An
listening
hour
in.
Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys tune in again in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes, this we're gonna upload this soon, and hope you guys have a Tuesdays on YouTube, SoundCloud, maybe Spotify if I can get it up again. I don't remember the process.
We're trying our best to expand it to every platform as possible.
Precisely.
So
catch us on Facebook. I'll link it down on the description for. This for the YouTube on the YouTube side. I will post it on the description, as well as our SoundCloud link, Geeks Reviews in Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
And did I say Facebook already?
Yeah, you already said Facebook. We got a LinkedIn profile if we need one. I don't know.
I didn't know we need LinkedIn. Hey, get us video creators, video content creators. Yeah. Other than that,
happy Labor Day, everyone.
Have a happy Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys have a fun one. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Goodbye.